What's up, Facebook? How's it going? You guys like my hat? Cute. I am just sitting outside for a little bit. I'm about to go to the store, and hi. What's that?
Birthday cake.
It's awesome. What's that for?
That's the other day when Katie messed your knees up.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, babe. Bye. Love you. Hi, guys. Okay, husband was talking to me. He's so cute. He ordered all this stuff from Amazon. Who does Amazon? You guys order from Amazon? Because, like, literally, that's our favorite thing. We get, like, boxes all the time. Okay. All right, now they're mowing their yard next to me, so I have to go inside. Hi. Okay, I'm going to tell you this real fast. My phone's on 27%. I am going to go to the grocery store and go get some fun food, and my daughters and I are going to hang out and have movie night. Why do they have to mow right now? Okay, back to what I'm saying. The two biggest success blockers and how to shift them. So I want to share this with you guys. I was just sitting here thinking about it. I have to go upstairs. Go that way. Okay, the two biggest success blockers and how to shift them. Number one is really, really, really believing in what you're asking for and what you want in your goals. Okay, so a lot of people say, you know, I want to be a millionaire, I want to get to the top of my company, I want to be successful, whatever that looks like to you, because success and that looks different to everybody, right? And so people are like, I really want to do all this stuff, but they don't really believe in themselves. They don't really believe that they can do it. They've got some self-doubt. They've got some self-criticism, and maybe they're judging other people. Maybe they're subconsciously resenting other people who are successful. Maybe they're not really happy for others who are successful. Maybe they're talking about them behind their back, or hey, they had it easier. They're making excuses, why it was easier for them, instead of saying, wow, that was so awesome. Maybe I could study them. Maybe I could learn from them. Maybe I could reach out and ask them how they did it, right? That's a huge success blocker. I mean, judging other people, talking about other people. I mean, it's huge, guys. Or getting into like a Facebook debate about stuff. I mean, it's like, come on, and putting your energy into that. So, I mean, any of that energy, any of those beliefs, any of those thoughts that are out of alignment with what you desire to create. Because really, if you're just judging somebody else, you're just judging yourself, right? I mean, really, right? I saw on Facebook one time that somebody was like saying something in a comment and saying something about somebody, and I was like, dang. Do you know that you just told the whole Facebook world what your insecurities were and what triggered you? It's huge. It's huge, right? So, I mean, biggest success blocker, judging others, not believing in yourself, not feeling like it's really possible to reach your goals. And, a lot of people ask me, they're like, well, Christy, I want to get to the top of the company, but I'm here and I want to get here. But, thinking about getting to the top of the company is really making me nervous. It's making me stressed. It makes me feel like I can't do it. And then I'm going to say, you know what? Then don't think 0 to 100. Go 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Okay? You don't have to go from, how do I pay my bills to, I believe I'm a millionaire, yay! Because that's gonna feel weird, right? So go to 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. But you have to believe and trust and have faith that what you're asking for, that you got this divine download, okay? You're like, I really want to be a success, to be successful in this business. You got that divine download from where? Where does it come from, right? I believe comes from a divine download. You got that. You got that passion. What keeps us stuck is our fear, is our disbeliefs that it's possible. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wanting too much. Maybe I'm not really deserving. I don't want to outshine people. That's a lot of money. I don't know. I got this desire and I got something pulling at my heartstrings, but I don't know if I'm really worth it. They are, but I'm not, right? is. Because you know what? You're worthy, you're deserving, you're beautiful, you're perfect in God's image. I mean, you are so much more than you probably give yourself credit for. If you only knew, what was it? Is this a scripture verse? I believe so. If you only knew who walked beside you every day, you'd never have fear. Never, ever, ever. You'd never have any ounce of fear if you knew who walked beside you every day. And you only knew how worthy and how beautiful and how precious and how deserving you are and how abundance is your birthright. Then when you get those divine downloads, you would say, you know what? God, thank you for giving me this clarity. Thank you for giving me this insight. I can't wait to pursue it. I can't wait to share it with the world. I can't wait to be curious and how I can get to that next level, right? Stop the madness! You like that? Right? I'm gonna be curious. I was just talking to my team. I was like, you know, instead of beating up on yourself when you have these limited, you know, these thoughts that don't serve you, start getting curious as to why they're coming up, why you're subscribing to this story, why you're believing so and so and so and so that this isn't gonna work or that's gonna work, and start becoming aware of why you're thinking like that and why you're believing it. So number one, biggest success blocker. Judging other people, talking about people behind their back, giving all that fuel to the fire, negative energy, and then, you know, basically beating yourself up. Same thing. You know, not believing that you're worthy and deserving, not believing that you really can create the success that you desire. Start becoming aware of your thoughts. I want to encourage you, and start becoming aware of your thoughts and know that you have the power to, you know, shift your mindset. And, you know, your mind is a tool and you are the boss. You tell your mind what to think about. And if you don't, it's going to run you. And it might run you into the ground. And that's not fun, right? Because I've been there. It's not fun. It's not fun to be financially stressed. It's not fun to think like you're a failure. It's not fun to feel like you don't have any friends. It's not fun to feel like you're always pushing and working and working and working and nothing's happening. Blech. It's not fun. Right? All right, number two, I'm doing the same action and expecting different results, right? Just doing the same thing. Oh, I'm just doing the same thing. Why isn't it happening? And I'm just laughing at myself because, you know, I do the funniest things, right? But we've all been there, right? I've been there. I'm like, why isn't it working? And then I'm like, what am I doing today? Well, I'm doing the same thing. What's the definition of that? Insanity, right? So, I mean, if you want different results, what do you got to do? You got to do something different, right? You got to do something different. If you're like, man, I've done this post on Facebook, I've done this live video, I reached out to my team, or I reached out to my group, or whatever, and nothing's working. Girl, guy, let's do something else. That's not working. Maybe you got to change your verbiage. Maybe you got to change your language. Maybe you got to get in the right mindset. Maybe you got to work on your your sales script and your technique. I don't know, but something's got to change, because if you've been doing that over and over and over and you're like, well, I'm just going to keep doing it over and over and something's going to give, you might be doing that a long time. Right? Hey, Maria. Hey, guys. So, but it's true. How many of us, right, have done the same thing over and over and we're expecting a different result? You know, it's like, oh man, I wish things would be different, but you're doing the same thing. So, you know, do something that scares you a little. It doesn't have to like terrify you. Work up to getting outside of, sorry, I'm getting calls. Work, outside of that comfort zone. Something that, it challenges you. Something that's like, oh my gosh. So many of you, growing a business, you're like, I can't do a live video. Okay. Do you know how terrified I was on my live video? I was like I seriously, but I did it. I did it again, and I did it again. I did it again. You know how terrified I was when I spoke on stage for the first time? I don't even know what I said. I don't even know if I made sense. One time I cried, guys. I went home and I cried and I felt like a failure. And I felt like, oh, how can I do this? I mean, I feel, God, like you're trying, this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to inspire. I'm supposed to talk about this. But gosh, I'm not a good speaker. Like, what's wrong with me? I cried and I cried and I cried, but you know what? I got back and I did it again, and I got back up and I did it again, and I kept doing it. And, well, that sounds like the same thing over and over, but I learned from that and I changed. Okay, so if I didn't get the response I wanted in that talk, maybe I need to change my verbiage. Maybe I need to study public speaking. Maybe I need to, change my language to engage with the audience more. Maybe before I do a live video, I need to, pray and get in the right mindset. So whatever that is, right? But you learn and grow. Just keep coming back stronger, right? Hey, Casey. Hey, Jenny. That's what I was going to say. Biggest success blockers are, one, your thoughts, your story, not in alignment with what you're asking for, with what your goals are. Talking about other people behind their back, judging them, judging yourself, talking about yourself, beating yourself up. You want success, but deep down you don't believe it. You're judging other people who have it. It's going to be like, blocked. You're not open and allowing and receiving to success and abundance. Number two, doing the same thing over and over, action steps, and not in expecting different results. Try something different. Do some live videos. Do some different posts. Go to some networking events. Pick up some books of some successful people that have already done, what you desire to create. Study them. Model them. Tony Robbins talks about that. Model people, right? Hey, they've made $1 million in their network marketing business. How did they do it? I'm going to go get their book. I'm going to follow them on Facebook. I'm going to see how they communicate. I'm going to see how they dress. I'm going to see how they stand. Wow, they've become millionaire in their coaching business. I want to figure out how. How did that happen? How did they do that? Wow, they inspired a lot of people as a public speaker. How did they do that? Did they go to coaching school or public speaking school? So, model them. And no, I always love to say this, you guys know this, but God doesn't play favorites. So if you see somebody with the success that you desire, get excited, get super, super excited, because I believe that's just God's way of showing you what's possible. That's all it is. You have a thought and you see somebody with that, He's just saying it's possible, right? Because if it's real, if it's something that's materialized in this world, a car, a house, it doesn't have to be material stuff, but anything, that's just, I feel like that's God's way of saying, I'm hearing you. Here it is. Look what you could have, It's your job just to get in alignment with how you feel and what you believe, and then lean back, take that inspired action, lean back, trust, and have faith, and know that God always has your back, and allow that into your life. Yes, I love that, don't you, Jennifer? God doesn't play favorites. Never, He doesn't. He just doesn't. I see sometimes people are like, yeah, but I'm not you. And? You're not supposed to be me to be successful, right? You don't have to be me to be successful. You don't have to have my personality. Have your personality. It's beautiful. You're beautiful. I think a lot of times people don't go into their full, sometimes, personality. Not saying it has to be like somebody else, but right, because they hide back in fear and they told themselves, I'm not good at sales, or I'm not really good at meeting people, or I'm not really outgoing, or I'm not, a good person to communicate with. And so that's become their identity, right? Because they told themselves that story, and it's limiting them, right? Yay. Oh, Lacey, I love it. Amen. I love it. I got fired up. On my I was doing this in my team. I was talking about something else, and somebody was doing angry, and I was like, "What? What are you angry for?" And I was like, and she goes, "No, I'm fired up. I'm angry because I'm gonna get rid of those thoughts and beliefs, and they're out the door." It was just really funny. I was like, "Okay, well in that case, that's good." I said for a long time, I'm not good at sales, and that's why my favorite part of the business side. That's right, Casey, look at that. And Casey, guys, is blowing up. She's blowing up her business. It's dramatically changed. So yeah, think about that. If you're like, I'm not good at sales, then when you probably approach people, you're going to be like, do you want to talk about this? I mean, it's going to be really hard to be confident, hold your head up, be fun, be outgoing, and be, have a smile on your face if you've told yourself for years that you're not good at sales. That's probably not going to line up, right? probably going to be stuck. And then Jennifer says, right. What did you say, Jennifer? Right, yes. Don't get limited. You limit yourself. Exactly. Exactly. I had to learn that. It took me a long time to learn that, guys. Long time. Took a lot of tears. Took a lot of work. It took a lot of self-development. And of course, I'm still working on myself. I'm not perfect. But yeah, I was like, okay. 11 strategy calls this week. Casey, tell everybody what you do, too. 11 strategy calls. That's awesome. Yeah, so that's all I have to say. Any questions? It's kind of a cloudy day here, so I'm thinking wine, maybe some sushi, cheese and crackers, but I don't know. I'm on a healthy eating plan. Just a little bit. That'll be fun. I'm just going to do it. You know what? I told somebody today, I said, you know what? Well, and I mean, this is kind of a collaboration of a lot of different things. This kind of, reminded me of something that I've told myself, I've told other people. But, so many times we're always looking to, like, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next, right? Oh, man, is the money coming? Or the clients coming? What's next? I've got this. I've got that. Oh, my gosh, next rank, next people. How many people am I going to get on my downline? Or how many coaching clients? And sometimes we just need to stop and appreciate. Live in the now. Appreciate it. Take it in. Just, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stop because I do have a tendency to do that. That's my personality. I'm, I consider myself a go-getter. I am very let's go to the next level. I'm supporting my team. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But I'm going to stop tonight and I'm going to celebrate everything that God's given me. I'm just going to hang out with my daughters because my husband and son went to a movie. And I'm just going to stop and appreciate. And I'm talking to myself right now. I'm not going to be back on Facebook. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stop. I'm going to appreciate, right? Makes a difference. Okay. Oh my gosh, Lacey, let's taco about Monat. You're so cute. I'm an entrepreneurial accountant. Yes. Casey's the bomb. And Lacey's blowing it up too. Ba-bam. Let's talk about Monat. That's so cute. All right. So you guys heard me. Hold me accountable. If you see me checking messages or liking anything, you'd be like, girl. Yeah, no. I'm going to go. I'm going to turn it off. Appreciate the now. Appreciate everything. If you have $11 in your bank account, appreciate that. If you have one client, appreciate that. Appreciate it, and it will multiply. Just like with Jesus and the fish and the bread, he multiplied that. Why? Because he gave thanks for it. So it's the same thing in our business. The more you look to what's now and appreciate everything in your life, the more it's just going to expand. And it's not necessarily doing it because you're like, more, but it's just a way of thinking. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of appreciating the little things, the trees, the grass, the sun, the ability for me to get on here and talk to you and live and hang out with my kiddos and have choice freedom. It's the ability to just appreciate everything in our life and stop always reaching for more, to feel like then I'll be happy. And the key is be happy now, believe it, feel it, love yourself, and be happy now. And I promise you, you'll see more miracles showing up in your life than you ever have before. Promise. 45 tacos? I'll be right over. I'm coming to Colorado just for that. Aw, thank you, Audrey. I love you guys. I got a lot of my team on here. What's up? I love you guys. All right, I gotta go. Don't you guys like my hat? Isn't it cute? I love it. So cute. You're welcome, girl. Anytime. I love it. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.